Today on FSI, we are going to be breaking down the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints from a betting perspective. Now, we're currently 27-8 in our official moves on Twitter, so make sure that you're following that account. I'm your host, Tom Cross, and to my right is our analytics expert, Stephen Fu.
Thanks for tuning in this week. The Chiefs are on the road as a 3.5 point favorite. They're minus 170 on the money line, and the Saints, they're plus 150.
I am a little shocked by the spreads. I thought the Chiefs would be a bigger favorite. They were up 20 against the Dolphins, but the way they ended that game in the fourth quarter did give people a little bit to kind of look back and be like, hey, are they as good as we thought they were? Now, they haven't covered the spread in a couple of weeks, so that definitely plays a factor. Now, when you look at the Saints, obviously they had two good wins, but Taysom Hill has been a little bit suspect, so them being a dog at home does make sense.
The Chiefs had a 6-point win against the Miami Dolphins, putting up 33 points on offense while allowing 27 points to the Dolphins' offense. With the Saints, they fell to the Philadelphia Eagles, who opted to start their rookie quarterback. I'm quite surprised by the spread because the Saints lost to arguably the worst offense in the league.
Quarterback Taysom Hill is a little bit below average. Now, when he played against Denver, it was bad. And when he played against Atlanta, he actually had 3 passes that should have been intercepted and a fumble. So that's 4 turnovers. Now, when he played against the Eagles, he had an interception and, of course, he had a fumble. So this guy's going to give you a turnover every game, but he does make some good throws. And against Kansas City's bad run defense, look for him to not pass as much and really showcase his legs. Overall, I give Taysom Hill a D+ at quarterback.
Mahomes was not his normal self in that Week 14 against the Dolphins. He threw a season-high 3 interceptions, which is more than his total for the entire year. Now, the Miami defense is not a top-tier defense by any means, so I was really shocked by the poor performance of Patrick.
I don't know what's going on with the Saints, but against the Falcons, it was 29% pressure to drop backs. Against the Denver Broncos, it was 45%, which is god-awful. And, of course, against the Eagles that do have a good pass rush, it was 35%. Now, the Chiefs, they can do one thing on defense, and that's pressure the quarterback. They got over 30% pressure on Tua, so I got to give a strong advantage to the Chiefs in this aspect.
The Chiefs have one of the best pass protections in the league. Matter of fact, they're top 5 this year, allowing a sack rate of just 3.7%. This week will be a big challenge though, because they're up against a pass rush that consists of Cameron Jordan and David Onyemata. David is having the best season of his career, posting a career best 6 sacks so far.
Now, for the Saints, one of their strong positions are the skill positions because they got Mike Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Smith, and Jared Cook all receiving passes from Taysom Hill. Now, there has been some success here down the field because Taysom Hill can really launch the ball, and he has a little bit of touch. I know he's been working with Drew Brees definitely in the offseason because he throws a tight spiral. Now, when you look at the other side of the ball, Kansas City has all their defensive backs. And typically, when Kansas City is fully healthy at DB, they play very well. So I actually do give a small advantage here to the Chiefs in the wide receiver versus cornerback battle.
The Chiefs have the most dynamic group of receivers. Their leading in receiving yards is not a wideout. It's actually their tight end, Travis Kelce. He has over 1,200 yards already and is on pace to set a career high as well. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, the Saints have one of the best pass defense, and they've really turned it around since the beginning of the year. They're one of the worst pass defenses in the beginning of the season, but now they're allowing 6.8 yards per pass. That ranks the Saints' pass defense top 5.
For the Saints, The run game is their bread and butter, and this is the biggest weakness of Kansas City. And this is how the Saints, if they were to win the game, would win the game. They would limit Taysom Hill from throwing the ball, and they would really pound that rock and control the clock, which I'm sure Sean Payton has a great game plan to figure that out because he's a very good coach. So the Chiefs, they have a suspect run defense on that side of the ball, and for the Saints, this is a big advantage for them.
The Chiefs have a great duo in the backfield consisting of Le'Veon Bell and rookie Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Rushing is not the focus for this KC offense, and they're unlikely to find any success against the second best run defense.
Now for me, this game comes down to offensive line, period. So for the Chiefs, I hear Mitchell Schwartz might be active off the IR. So if he plays in this game, I like the Chiefs. But if he does not play and they are missing a couple of more offensive linemen and a couple of key defensive players don't play, then I like the Saints because they're going to be able to really control the ball. Now, I really like the Saints plus 10.5 on a teaser, but 3.5 is still a strong move. And if they can get pressure on Mahomes, they got a good secondary, they would be able to win this game. So make sure you pay attention to the offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs because if they get a couple players back, it could be a strong move there.
This is without a doubt the toughest defense that KC will face all year. No one even comes close when we're talking about defense that ranks top 5 in passing, run defense, and pass rush. While KC does have a potent offense, their defense is not performing at the same level. And even though if Drew Brees is unavailable, the Saints still have great ability to run the ball on offense. I'm taking the Saints here at plus 3 points.
Now remember, we can't predict COVID, PEDs, injuries, or the weather. Sometimes decisions come down to the last minute, like last week. We had to wait until the inactive and active report for 2 of our moves. We're currently 27-8 in our official moves, so make sure you follow our Twitter. That's it for us. Do me a favor and smash the like button and subscribe. Tell us who you can be taking in the comments below.
We don't care about favorite teams here. Our focus is on making you money. Follow our social media on Twitter, Instagram, or our webpage. The links are below.